Hello from Prague and welcome to our today's webinar, which is dedicated to the latest addition to our portfolio, which is CEE Commission Manager. And as you can guess from the name, it helps you or to agency manage the airline commissions. And this microservice runs on Amazon Web Services together with SmartPoint plugin helps agents to apply correct commissions to any PNR actually. And how the agents actually apply the airline commissions today. They open the PNR, they check all mandatory elements, and if in the filed fare is the commission omitted, they type TMU 1-Z and what should be the correct figure there, right? So many times agents have the commissions listed on various papers around the office or in different spreadsheets in the better way. And this can lead either to mistakes because the agent can be new and not that skilled yet, or the agent doesn't even know that he or she should apply that commission. So with our commission manager, the only one responsible person or more at the agency uploads all the commissions into our admin console only once. And in the same time, agents install our SmartPoint plugin into the SmartPoint, and whenever they need to either display or store a commission for the retrieve PNR, they click on one of two buttons, which you can see below. So what happens if agent hits the button? With CMC Calc button, we get the calculation, or the calculation of commission is displayed based on itinerary rules which have been defined, stored, and uploaded by the admin. And by hitting the other button, CM Store, then is the commission stored to the PNR right away. So, and how to upload and maintain the commissions? Responsible person or more persons will get an access to our admin console, where can be defined all commissions based on various criteria like point of departure, country or country of arrival. There can be defined some exceptions in marketing or operating carriers. You can define selected RBDs or sales and travel periods. So these rules can be modified anytime. And there is a periodic automated upload a few times a day. Besides these regular uploads, can the admin person trigger the upload on demand? I will show you maybe the live demo now. If I manage to switch myself to SmartPoint. Okay, so I'm in SmartPoint, so this is not so important now. I will go here. So here is the back office or the admin console that we use for uploading the commissions and discounts. And I'm now logged in as a administrator person for the demo site. And here I can add or edit the airline commission. So let's say I will go for this second line. I go for edit. So if I have more rules which can be equal one to another, I can get there some priority to one or to one of them or to the others. So this is the priority line. You can use this rule as a commission or as a discount or both together. If I use this rule as a discount, it means that when you use our other solutions, Go IBE, then your customer will see discounted price on our website. But now we are talking about commission, so let's stick with the commission. Then you need to define for which carrier, I mean the plating carrier, validating carrier, is this rule valid for. So in this case, it's TAP Portugal. Now you can select some of the criteria regarding marketing and operating carriers. So it means if we are talking about co-chairs or not co-chairs, non-co-chair flights and so on, then you can select if the commission will be calculated as a percentage or fixed fee. Usually it's a percentage, so let's select a percentage, and the commission level will be 5%. Then we can move to the settings of the rule in terms of routing, in terms of geography. So you can have in the agreement with airline some limitation for flights. Let's say each flight departing from Asia to Europe will have a different commission than flights from Asia to Australia, for instance. And here are the options which you can select. So if I put without restrictions, it means that it has no restriction at all. Then you can have a IATA code. It means that this is a particular airport, or you can have a destination type. So now we are talking about like a continent or some specifically created group of destinations. Like here you can see Indian Ocean Island, or it can be like a Middle East countries and so on. So if your customers will need some special group of destinations, we can create for them a special group of destinations. And then you can select also a country, which is pretty obvious that we are talking about entire country. So let's leave it like it is. So this rule will be applied for flights which originate in Prague heading to Portugal. This checkbox means that it's valid for both ways. It means vice versa. Everything from Portugal to Prague, it's also valid for this route or for this rule. Then we are talking about one-way flights or return flights. So you can have special commissions for one-way flights only, or this rule probably cannot be used for one-way flights. So I will tick this checkbox off. Then I can select specific RBDs. So if the agreement says something about specific RBDs, I can do so here, and I can also select if this is if these RBDs should be excluded or included in the itinerary. So this is the place where you can control it, and also I can define specific passenger types for which is this rule valid for. And the last section is about periods in terms of selling periods and traveling periods. Yeah, so I can save it. And once I've saved this rule, I can go down, and on the bottom of the page is upload commissions into the commission microservices. As I said before, this microservice runs through Amazon Web Services. We use a data center in Dublin, in Ireland. So with hitting this button, all the information are uploaded or is uploaded to these Amazon Web Services through these microservices, and upload is done. This upload is done regularly, a few times a day. But if you need make some quick changes, some quick amendments or settings, you can use this. You can use this button. So it's already uploaded, and if I open a PNR, me as a ticketing agent, for instance, now, so if I remember, it's this one. Okay, and I can go to the files fare, to check the pricing details, and I can see that there is no commission given. So what I can do now, I can click one of these two buttons. So if I'm just curious about the level of commission, I will use a CM calculation button. If I don't care what is the commission and I just go for a ticketing and I need to store the commission right away, I will use the other one. So let's have just information. So I click the CM calc button, and now the plugin is communicating with our commission microservices, and you can see that for this particular PCC, for this PNR, was used the percentage-based commission for adult passenger, and value is 5. So those 5% which I have set up before, because we have an itinerary from Prague via Lisbon to Faro, which is in Portugal, and our settings says everything with TAP Portugal from Prague to anywhere in Portugal, please use 5%. So it's there, and I can now hit the button CM store, and it means that this commission will be stored right away in the PNR. Commission stored, as you can see here, retrieve booking before next entry. So I can do so like this and use IR, and let's check it here, and you can see commission 5% is there, is stored, is in the right place, in the correct level. So that's actually, so we can move forward here in our presentation. So in a nutshell, no more mistakes, therefore no ADMs and no lost revenue per agency. We can have here a quick look at the money. So what is the return on investment in the case of the agency with annual production of 100,000 segments? So let's say the estimated combined savings and revenue is more than $6,500 US. And moreover, the agency saves 7 man days. I probably you know already how to order our products. So you will find the Travelport section on our website, cee-systems.com, and after registration you will get a view on 2 sections. One is ordering, then there you can make a new orders via online forms, and the other one is sales and support tools, and there you get an access to all the PowerPoint decks, demos, recorded webinars, and so on and so forth. So if you will have shortly before some last minute meeting with the agency or a prospect, feel free to download any file from there, amend it according to your needs, and use it for your presentations. And of course, and also, as always, you can reach us anytime through following channels.